Hi gems, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a check-in for the last 2 weeks of June. We're going to see what energies come out for you, and this can resonate for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and north node placements. As you know, my name is Tawana Antoinette. Let's get started. I'm starting with the Work Your Light Oracle deck. All the decks that I'm using will be linked in the description down below if you're a reader and you'd like to purchase these decks for your own practice. Spirit, angels, ancestors, divine beings of light. What is the energy surrounding Geminis in the last 2 weeks of June? Energy for Gemini in the last 2 weeks of June, please. What's the energy for Gemini in the last 2 weeks of June? What's the energy for Geminis in the last 2 weeks of June? Awakening. This card says energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Amazing. Let me read what this card says. Awakening. You are going through a period of awakening. Things are changing within you and at many levels. You are starting to remember ancient truths and discovering more and more about who you are and why you incarnated. You may find that you are experiencing past life flashbacks, seeing the invisible thread that is woven through all of life, or even feeling Kundalini Shakti rise through your body from the base of your spine. The most important thing for this time is not to overthink it and to stay grounded. Share your experiences with like soul people while you consciously integrate them. I like that, like soul people. Journal and pay attention to your dreams. You are remembering and your soul gifts are emerging. During this time of transition and awakening, you may be called to devote yourself to being of service. There are ideas, truths, concepts, books, and creations waiting to be birthed into this world. Stay open to receiving them. Pulling this card may be a sign that you are here to birth one of these creations into the world. Or perhaps you are being called to make a shift in your life in order to be of service. Don't think too much about it. Instead, repeat the following Work Your Light activation. I surrender to my awakening. I allow the Shakti energy to rise from the base of my spine. I open myself up to the universe using me in a way that delights my mind, body, and spirit. You can say those sentences to yourself if you feel like you are going through an awakening. I would invite you to use them. All right, so let's get some energy from the tarot. What are the messages for Gemini in the last 2 weeks of June? Messages for Gemini in the last 2 weeks of June. I didn't even do anything yet. Messages for Gemini in the last 2 weeks of June, please. What are the messages for Gemini in the last 2 weeks and month? 10 of Swords. Wow. Messages for Gemini in the last 2 weeks of June. 8 of Wands. One more. Emperor. Something is ending quickly, or something ended quickly. Tell me about the Ten of Swords. Tell me, clarify the Ten of Swords. Why is the Ten of Swords here? Why is the Ten of Swords here? Why is the Ten of Swords here? All right. If something... I don't feel like this has ended yet. Okay, so here's the thing. Something either is ending, has ended. Yeah, it's between those two things. Something is ending really quickly, I feel like, in June, but I feel like it's a mutual decision between two people. And as soon as the Six of Pentacles came out for me, I just heard mutual decision. The Hanged Man is also here, and the Seven of Wands. All clarifying, please. So this ending, right? I feel like it's almost like you're looking at things from a different perspective by the end of June. In the last 2 weeks of June, I feel like you're looking at something. It's almost like this energy of you're being awakened to something, like you're being enlightened about something, because the Hangman is here and the Awakening card, we just read that. So it's like you're being enlightened about something, enlightened about possibly the give and take as it relates to someone else or as it relates to a connection. I feel like it's almost like you or this other person is ending something quickly, and I feel like whoever is ending it's not a decision that you can go back on. It's like someone is ending something and standing on that, like, I've done it, it's done, I'm standing on my decision. It's like, that's my decision. Maybe something was not equally yoked or equally balanced, but it took some time for you to see that, gems, and you're finally coming into that awareness. Tell me about the Eight of Wands. Clarify the Eight of Wands. Clarify the Eight of Wands, please. Eight of Wands is clarified by the Chariot. You're moving on, and you're moving on fast. Wow, this is it. This is intense. Tell me more about the Eight of Wands. Tell me about the Eight of Wands. The Empress. If you are not ending something, you're receiving news that something is ending, or you're receiving news from someone else that something is ending. I just feel like the ending is just very abrupt. It's very out of the blue, you know, like it's very sudden. I feel like Geminis, whatever you're ending or separating yourself from, you're moving on from it, and you're going into an abundant period to birth some ideas and dreams that you have had, and to manifest some things in terms of like business ideas, stuff like that, that you've had like just thinking about in your awareness, and it's like time now to bring them into fruition in the world. Libra and Taurus and Aries are very strong in this reading if you're dealing with any of those signs, or if you have them in your chart. It could be that also you guys are ending a situation between you and another person, and you're like giving this news to them, like this is it, this is what I'm gonna do, this is I just can't. Clarify the Emperor. Page of Wands. Clarify the Emperor. The Lovers. So for lots of you, this is a reading that is going to be you dealing with a person, like a relationship. At the end, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. So it could be marriage. Bear in mind that tarot does not necessarily recognize marriage by law as marriage. It just, tarot recognizes marriage as the entanglement of energies between two people. Two people's energies being like together, co-creating together. But yeah, this could be a commitment here that you're like separating yourself from, making the choice to separate yourself from, and relaying that message to someone else. I think one of you is coming up as the Emperor, so this could be you or this could be someone that you're dealing with, but I just feel like there's like this choice here. I'm going to clarify some more. There's this choice here, and I feel like someone is making a choice to put an abrupt ending to something. And I think it's you, Gems. If it's not you, it's somebody you're dealing with. Tell me more about the Emperor, Page of Wands, the Lovers. Tell me more about this. Six of Wands. You know what else I just got, Gems? I feel like some of you, if you've had, if your finances have been kind of stuck or halted in some way, or maybe if you experience like a halt in like your work in terms of like you receiving pay from a job or whatever, whoever used to pay you, maybe if you received an interruption in your money, I feel like that's going to immediately like start, like something is going to come in and it's just going to come in like bam. And you're just going to have to get going. Like it's either a new job, it's a new opportunity. It's like, tell me more about the Eight of Wands. Tell me more. The Tower and the World. Yeah, almost like something is going to be coming in really, really quickly to shake something up, and you're not going to have any choice but to like move. You know, like you're not going to accomplish these things by being stuck in this energy of like, oh, I lost this or I lost my income or whatever. Something is going to come in to kind of like shake. It's like going to happen suddenly. Maybe it's an email that you'll receive because the world card is here, so make sure you're checking your email. But I feel like you're going to receive some kind of communication and you're going to have to move. And I think this is related to like something that you've been manifesting or something that you've wanted to like birth and do. And maybe this news or this communication is going to cause you to have to like end something with someone else, and maybe possibly that's why you're ending things. But yeah, there is some that's another message that I got for someone out there. But it looks like by the end of June, you're making a choice here. You're making a choice to clarify the Page of Wands and the Six of Wands. What is happening here? Oh, you're deliberating. By the end of June, you're deliberating what you want to do. What is happening with the Six of Pentacles? I mean, with the Six of Wands. What's happening with the Six of Wands? You're deciding on if you want to cut something out or if you want to choose to continue it. That's interesting because I feel like you already ended something. So, oh, okay, I get it. Queen of Cups and the Six of Cups. So it's like, you know, when you break up with someone or you end something and then you start thinking like, shit, did I have to do that? Should I have done that? Like, it's like that, those thoughts. Like, it's like you do something and you're like, shit, do I, like, I finally did it, fine. But should I have done that? Like, maybe I'm having second thoughts now. I'm in my feelings. I feel bad. I miss this person. You know, like, did I make the right decision? Judgment is here. What are the other messages for Geminis at the end of June? The Hierophant, which was at the bottom of the deck earlier. Other messages for Gemini at the end of June. Let's just say you end something because you want to explore. Like, you want to explore other things. I feel like after you make that decision to end it, you're like, wow, I should not have done that so quickly. I really underestimated my feelings about this person. What else for Geminis? Anything else? This is you. If you choose to end something, just know I'm telling you right now, it's not going to, you're not going to feel great about this ending. So maybe you want to just think about it before you do it. Or maybe this is something you need to experience. Like, you need to actually do this thing to like experience the feelings of becoming aware of how you truly feel about something or someone. But I feel like you're disappointed here in a commitment, disappointed in how like something turned out. Taurus here of significance. Clarify the Hierophant. Clarify the Hierophant. Clarify the Hierophant. Clarify the Hierophant. Five of Wands. Fighting yourself about, yeah. It's an energy here, Geminis, of ending something in the last 2 weeks of June and then almost regretting the decision because you are realizing your feelings about someone. I've been pulling self-care cards for everyone, but I'm going to pull an advice card for you. What is the advice for Geminis in the last 2 weeks of June? What's the advice for Geminis in the last 2 weeks of June? What's the advice for Geminis in the last 2 weeks of June? Why? Let's read this card, card number 31. Why? Motives driving intention, the power of knowing the why. The Oracle's message, this is great. There is great power in understanding your motives right now. The Oracle asks you to be very clear about why you're asking this question, looking for this answer, behaving in this way, and most important, making this choice. Knowing your why is the key to fulfillment. When you are clear about it, your intention will then be a magnet for miracles. Motives define the nature of your experience. When you think about something, feel it, and then act on it. This invisible why is the life force energy within the seed, which brings it to life and holds potential for growth. Relationship message, we don't always know why we engage in our relationships in the way we do, mostly because our feelings aren't always logical. Now is the time to recognize whether you are being triggered by someone else or if your behavior is motivated by unresolved issues in the past. When you ask yourself, why am I feeling like this? And why did I say that? And spend some time in introspection, the answers may be surprising. Listen to the messages from your intuition, from the knowing deep within you. What does it tell you about yourself and others? In the end, life is all about being loved. Miracles and a deep understanding of your needs and how to get them met are the buried treasures of the why. Uncover them by posing the most powerful question you can ask yourself and your partner today. Why? I'm going to read the prosperity message. Prosperity message. Knowing the motives behind your career and creative ventures is a ticket to your greatest success. It's time to ask yourself some probing questions. Are you driven by a desire to serve? Does your prosperity impact the greater good? When you envision your most prosperous life, are you guided by a sense of purpose or by a need to make money? Acquire things, save for the future, or all of these? No motive is bad or good, but having agendas hidden from yourself will lead to disappointment and possibly failure. Be clear about why you want the things you do. If the motives are true, accept them. If they are not, change them so you can step into your extraordinary life. So I feel like the advice here is to get really clear on why you want to end something possibly in the last 2 weeks, why you either want to end something or you don't want to end something. For some of you, I think it's an end. Like the reading was all endings. We had the 10 of Swords, we had the World card, we had a lot of ending and remorseful cards after that ending. So I would say if there are thoughts that pop up in your head, gems, in the last 2 weeks of June, and you're thinking about walking away from something, ending something, I would just walk myself through the mental processes of, okay, why do I want to do this? Why doesn't this align with me? What do I feel about this person outside of this ending? You know, just put down like a clear map of your true feelings, so you're not just acting on like an impulse of like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and like, you know, like you don't want to just do something just out of the impulse of doing it and then regret it. So that's all I'll say. I'll leave you guys with that. I hope this reading helped you, gems. Remember, my personal readings are open. If you'd like to book one with me, the link is down below. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.